Hi, in this video, we're continuing on with our edge finder. We've completed this part. We're now working on this part over here on the left. Okay, this is the part that goes in the top. It's going to fit inside here. Hence, the diameter here, the outer diameter being 310, is going to fit inside that counterbore. All right, so we have a small part. First thing we're going to do is face it to length. And then we're going to turn this diameter first. So it's actually like we're going to be working on it looking like this in the machine. But we're going to go 200 thousandths down, and we're going to go to a 215 diameter. Okay, so that's going to be what's sticking up is the 215. Then we're going to hold it in a special collet block in the chuck, and we're going to turn this diameter. So this first part is going to be on turning this to size. So we need to accurately measure the touch off the end so we can get exactly 200, so that when we do this we'll have the right distance here. Okay, so I have put my part in the spindle. Remember, we need 1.5 teeth hanging on minimum. Okay, that's going to be close, so we're going to have to make sure we check our setup and make sure that we're not going to run into anything. So remember, cutting tool, I'm going to be turning, so I need the clearance on the back side here. I would not be using this one, turning this one this way as a reminder, because there's no clearance behind where the point is. So this is my tool, put it on, lock it down, move it into place. I've already calculated my RPM. And so I'm going to come in, and I was just moving this cross slide in, which is not what we want to do. Also, I want to make sure that's flush, just like always. See? I go too far, and then I come back in, flush it up. I need my cross slide to move in. This was way out because last use was to drill a hole, so we needed it out of the way for the tail step. So I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to come down, and I'm going to touch off the end of the part. Oh, I can't even get to the end of the part. So let me zoom in and show you what I mean. Okay, I'm not even touching the part, and I can't go any farther. That's it. Okay, that's because I flushed up my compound slide. So this is where we do some fine tuning, and since I'm not taking heavy cuts, I can move this out, move my cross slide down, back this up a little more. Okay, why are we a little blurry there? Move this in a little bit more so I can get down, because I'm sure that I'm going to need to get down close to the jaws. I'm going to stop just short of the jaws. Let me make an adjustment here. I'm going to stop just short of the jaws so that I can, sorry about this, I am not a cameraman. I don't get paid any money for these, so that's why I don't have a cameraman. So I don't really want to touch the jaws because bad things happen. Just told of a student who got hired. He's been working and he was doing some polishing, got too close, got his thumb thumped by one of these chuck jaws. He said it hurt a lot. I told him it would. All right, so now that I can't go in and run into my chuck jaws, yay, I'm going to back up and see if my part is actually sticking out far enough to get the 200 thousandths I need. So I'm going to come in, holding the outside of the wheel, lightly touch, let it slip through my hand. On my digital readout, I have it set to 0. I can see diameter, and I am going to set my Z to 0. I'm going to come off my part, and I'm going to move down close to the jaw till I run out of travel, and my digital readout says 391 thousandths. So that means I only need to go to right around here is 200. So that's plenty good enough. Let me see if I can adjust this a little bit more. Woo! I want you to see the part cut when we turn, okay? So, this is kind of like what I see when I'm looking at it. So, I'm going to come back in. I'm going to, just for the heck of it, touch off again, lightly. Yep, still got 0, so I'm good. So, just in the opposite way of facing, oh, my guard's not annoying. Nope, it's not. Is I'm going to come and I'm going to come in from the side and I'm going to touch until I see a scratch and then I'm going to move out. Now, before we do all of this, we need to know for sure what diameter that is. Okay? So let me zoom out so my hand doesn't freak the camera out. We're going to move this out of the way so I don't get cut on that tool. And I'm going to, because once we start doing this, do not take the part out. You'll lose your Z. You'll just add a lot of chances of error. So I'm going to come in here, and I'm just going to measure it with my 0 to 1 mic. Block it, slide it off. I have 375. Well, you're going to get 3125 5/16 because that's the major diameter. So this piece of stock that was in my pocket must be for the other side, but that's okay. This will make the point for how to turn it to 200, okay? So we need a diameter of 215 and a distance of 200. So I'm going to turn it on. Let's zoom back in here. There we go again. All right, so I'm going to come. I'm not touching it on the diameter. Turn it on. Come in until I see a scratch. Oh, there it is. That's a pretty heavy scratch, Bart. So what that means is I'm going to set my X0 just so I know where I am. And I'm going to turn slow, nice and easy. I'm going to watch my digital readout every now and then because I want to stop at 200 exactly, or a couple of thousand short, and save the 200 for my last pass. 98, 99, 200. Here is my recommendation. Stop the spindle. Don't move X out. It puts backlash in. It messes things up when you're going in and out, and I can't repeat, okay? So if I don't change my X and I just move straight back, I can come in here, measure it with my micrometer, and know the number and just move in by the numbers that I need to go on my digital readout. Now, I don't really want to take more than about 20 at a time, because if I do that, what usually happens is all of a sudden, whoops, we're way too small. So again, same process. Come close. I moved it in 20. We start turning. Nice chips. They're not blue. They're the same color. Now notice, and this will help you. Okay, I'm right here right now. Okay, that's where the front of my tool is. I know I'm going to here. So I can just watch this until I get close, and then I can go and look at my digital readout, providing my first one was done right. So I'm close, so I'm going to watch my digital readout. $200, stop, come back. Now, I could leave it on and come back, but what happens is sometimes it makes it like a swirly, and then if I'm going to measure it, that doesn't work. Let's see, March, let's see, 375 minus 50 is 325. Okay. I want to make sure I don't take too much off. That would be, oh, we're going to 215 diameter. So, down to 200. back it up. I jumped the gun there. Move the tool out of the way, get my micrometer in here and measure it in case I didn't do my math right. I'm at 320. I gotta go to 215. So turn it on, move in a little bit more. I'm going a little bit bigger cut because I'm a little bit more practiced at this. And otherwise we'll have a really long video. You need to take 20 or so at a time. A finish pass, a good size for a finish pass is 10 thousandths to 15 thousandths. I forgot how much I moved in. I didn't count. I didn't set my zero like I should, so I'm going to set my zero now. Okay, 2.9. So I get a good finish. Oh. Don't want to bump any of the levers on the front of the machine. Check again. Notice how often I'm checking this. I know what I'm doing, but I don't trust myself sometimes. Okay. 238 to 215. So 15, 25, 35 to 38, that's 23 thousandths. That's it. Set zero. I'm going to go 13. So my last pass should be 10, but because sometimes it doesn't go exactly what I think it's going to go, I am going to measure it again for my final pass. So we can take the money shot. Alrighty, and I got 226. So that means I have 11 thousandths to go. Set my zero so I don't have to think math. I'm going to move it in. I'm a little chicken. I'm going to go 10 just in case there's some tool pressure and it takes an extra one off. I got plus or minus 5 tolerance. A little bit slower this time, get a little bit prettier finish. Oh, look at that. Go right to 200. Stop. Slowly come out. Get this sucker out of the way. I think I'm done. Don't take it out yet till I measure it, because otherwise you're way too close to get out of trouble. Ratchet. Oh no, almost as if I know what I was doing. 215, right on the nuts. Right on the label. So, this is done. 200 down, 215 diameter. So next order of business is going to be to flip it around